All right. Welcome, one and all, to the Off the Rails Sports Podcast. If you could, hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot to us. Feel free to leave a comment. I try to respond to each one personally, and let's get to it on a Tuesday in the world of sports. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. I love the team. Don Shula, Dan Marino. That's kind of how I came into that ecosystem. I must be a masochist because that team is terrible. Their management is terrible. There is something in the water. It is bloody sucks. And Tyreek Hill, the star wide receiver, had a knee injury on Monday. He's out for the year. Dislocated knee. He had surgery on Tuesday. From the hospital room, we got to see the pictures. All love. His agent says he'll be good in 26. I guess that's the time we're going to cut him. And being a Dolphins fan, I do not understand anything about how they're building a roster. First of all, how in 4 years have we not got a backup quarterback who can actually win games if Tua has to go down? You know, we have some nice pieces, but it is a star-driven team. Jalen Ramsey, Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Tua. We don't have a complete team. I would look at New England and say they have more of a complete team than we do. But they also have a quarterback who probably can play 16 games. All right, let's get to the NBA. Jonathan Kuminga, the star, the up-and-coming star for the Golden State Warriors, ended his stalemate, and he signed a 2-year, $48.5 million deal. I saw a podcast with his agent, and he really laid it out beautifully with Brian Windhorst. And basically his options were 1 year, $8 million. He could be a free agent next summer. He won't get traded this year. Sign the 2-year deal, but the team has the option for the second year at $48.5. So basically, the second year is a $40 million deal if they pick it up, right? Because he was only going to get $8 million the first year. So what he's thinking is, I'm going to go out there, I'm going to blow it out for 2 years, and then I'm going to get out to the free agency. I do think that there is a reckoning coming in the world of basketball that nobody's really talking about. I don't think you're going to get these guys. There is superstars. The Luka Doncic, those kind of guys. These other guys, the guys just a little below, the Paul Georges, they are not going to get these max deals. There is no goddamn way. There is just too much fear at that second apron, which basically is like putting you in a coffin. Sorry, I got some medicine. And to me, I think this is a good deal for both players and the team here. It really aligns well with what Golden State is trying to do. They've got Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, and Steph Curry at 2 more years. Now they got Jonathan Kuminga. Now, if things go sideways, if they don't land well, they can just reset. They can get rid of the roster and start with free agency. I do want to say this. I do not believe, and I think I'm the only guy out there, maybe I'm not, in the podcast world, who I don't think you can build a team through free agency. I don't think you're going to get that one rock who's going to come and everybody's going to splinter off it. I think what you have is you can get some nice little pieces, a 3-point shooter, maybe a defensive center or forward, or, you know, a good number 4, something like that. Absolutely, I think that can happen. But if you're expecting to get a Luka Doncic, or let's call the elephant in the room. Everybody thinks Giannis is going to be a free agent in 27. The Clippers are lining up. Washington's lining. Everybody's lining up cap money. It doesn't, I mean, the cap money helps, but it's not like you can offer them $100 million a year. There's a limit of what you can offer. That's why, that's what the NBA does. They don't want the players to leave the teams. Well, it actually makes free agency exciting. Can you imagine if Washington could offer Giannis $90 million a year? There is no way in this world he'll ever go to Washington. But if you offer him $90 million a year for 4 years, he sure as hell might think about it. Maybe the Capitol Grill isn't a bad place to eat. I really did, and I think that's one of the flaws. I think that's why baseball is so much nicer. There is no cap. Hockey, there is a cap. There's only so much you can offer these guys. No, I'm just saying. All right, let's get to the world of baseball. The playoffs started. God, my favorite time of year. Tigers 2, Cleveland 1, Derek Skubal, our prohibitive AL Cy Young favorite, was just magnificent. 14 strikeouts of the Guardians, 7 2/3 innings, 107 pitches, 73 for strikes, only gave up 1 earned run. Cleveland made a threat in the ninth. They got Jose Ramirez to third with 1 out. Hard grounder. He broke for home. They got him out. That was the end of the game, basically. I like that Cleveland is still being aggressive. They are still going for the throat. It didn't help them here. I will give you this amazing statistic, and I don't know if you caught this one. In this wild card round, Game 1 winner has advanced in all 12 previous wild card series. 10 of them have ended in sweeps. So as we go through, more than likely, every one of these teams that won Game 1 is going to win the series. Let's get to the next one. That's your Chicago Cubs beat the San Diego Padres, who I picked to win this series. Saya Suzuki and Carson Kelly, back-to-back home runs in the 5th. That turned out to be the difference. Pivetta, strong. He's had an amazing year for the Padres. 9 Ks, 5 innings, but he did give up those back-to-back home runs, and that ended up being the difference. San Diego scored 1 run in the second, and then the Cubs shut him down. And listen to this box score. Boyd, 4.1. Palencia, 1.2. Pomeranz, 1 inning. Kitteridge, 1 inning. Keller, 1 inning. I mean, it was just a magnificent display. They just shut them down. I'll be honest with you. I know that the Reds had a real hot bullpen coming in. I didn't realize Chicago's was just as good. In the playoffs, there was another statistic I saw in the Dodger game tonight. Last postseason, try and get your head around this, relievers pitched more than starters. Yeah. So it tells you the starters didn't even get through 4. The relievers were just up all in it. All right. Then we get to my team, the Boston Red Sox, going into the Bronx, beating the New York Yankees 3-1. Crochet gave up a second inning homer to Volpe and then settled down. 17 straight batters. He's set down. Yoshida, we finally get a sighting from him. Two RBIs in the 7th. I really thought in the 6th inning, I go, man, this is the Red Sox swoon, right? Oh, we're going to lose. Christ, we're going to lose 1-0. Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? The sky is falling. Well, give Cora some props. Give him some flowers. He had Yoshida in the lineup. Nice win for the Red Sox. We shall see how this goes. I just go back. I'm really blown away by that Game 1 winner stat. In all 12 wild card series, Game 1 winners won them all. Wow, how imposing is that? Let's get to the final game out on the West Coast. The Los Angeles Dodgers 10, the Cincinnati Reds 5. Shohei Ohtani led off the game for the Dodgers with a home run. He actually had 2 in the game. The game was actually 8-0. They should have really called the mercy rule, but the Reds did battle back, scored 5 runs. Snell was just amazing. He was just dealing all night. Hunter Green, going into the game, we heard that he had the best stuff in the majors. Not so much against the Dodgers. He gave up 5 earned runs in 3 innings, and that was all you could say for the Cincinnati Reds in Game 1. They made a hell of a run to get there. We'll see how far they go. All right, if you could, hit that like and subscribe button and appreciate it, and we'll see you soon on Off the Rails Sports Podcast.